Let's look at some reactions of hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gets its name from the Greek word hydrogen, which means water. So hydrogen burns in oxygen to form water. In this experiment, this polybag contains hydrogen gas. Now some chlorine gas is introduced in this bag. Observe what happens. Some chlorine gas is passed in the bag, polybag containing hydrogen, and a slight heat is introduced to make the reaction take place. So you see that it explodes. So the reaction of hydrogen and chlorine is very explosive. So when hydrogen reacts with chlorine, it forms HCl, and this is a very explosive reaction. Another important reaction of hydrogen is with sulfur. This container, this conical flask, contains a mixture of hydrogen and sulfur. It forms another gas. As seen through the bubbles, the product, the gaseous product, is collected in this test tube. So you observe that the test tube rises as more and more gas is being formed. When hydrogen reacts with sulfur, it forms a very bad smelling gas. It forms H2S, which has a rotten egg smell. So the reaction of hydrogen with sulfur gives us H2S. This is also a gaseous product, and it is a very bad smelling gas. Complete the following reaction. We have hydrogen reacting with chlorine. So when H2 reacts with Cl2, it forms HCl. Since we have two atoms of each, so this is the balanced chemical equation. The reaction of hydrogen with chlorine to form HCl is a very explosive reaction. How does hydrogen react with oxides? We know that whenever it's possible for water to escape, it tries to escape. So when we have an oxide, say Fe2O3, it reacts with hydrogen. Hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water, and so we get iron. So whenever it's possible for water to escape, it escapes and it leaves behind the metal, in this case iron. Similarly, if there is lead oxide, it reacts with hydrogen to form lead and water is released. Similarly, when copper oxide reacts with hydrogen, it forms the metal copper and water is released. So whenever it's possible for water to escape, it does so. So whenever hydrogen reacts with the metallic oxides, it forms the metal and water is released. Let's look at the different uses of hydrogen. You must have seen that at times steel pipes, iron pipes, they are joined together at different positions. That is the welding of the metals. Welding and cutting is very important. This is done by a flame, oxyhydrogen flame. This oxyhydrogen flame is a mixture of oxygen gas and hydrogen gas. This is used as it reaches very high temperatures up to 2500 degrees Celsius, and it releases a large amount of heat. So this gas or this flame, that is oxyhydrogen flame, is used for cutting and welding purposes. So in this case, oxyhydrogen gas or oxyhydrogen flame is used for cutting. The vanaspati ghee that you eat, it is actually made from vegetable oils like coconut oil. How do we get vanaspati ghee from coconut oil? It is because of hydrogen. The reaction of hydrogen with coconut oils or different vegetable oils is known as hydrogenation. The reaction taking place is hydrogen reacting with the oil. Now in this, we do not have to remember the reaction. Just remember that in oils, there is a double bond. This hydrogen helps to convert the double bond into a single bond. So from a vegetable oil, We get vanaspati ghee. So the hydrogenation, that is addition of hydrogen to oil. So hydrogenation of oils gives us vanaspati ghee. This is how vanaspati ghee is formed. Another very important use of hydrogen is in meteorological purposes. It is used to make hydrogen balloons, which are used for weather observations. Since hydrogen is very light and combustible in nature, it is used in these hydrogen balloons. These are some of the very important uses and reactions of hydrogen gas.